All right. So go ahead and lay down your back. And we're gonna come into the bridge position, but no pull-up for today. We're just gonna start with normal bridge position. Keep your tailbone down to the mat, feet flat, between the feet, it's about shoulder width distance. And start with the windshield wiper motion, so both arms out to the side, arms facing up, and start to move your knees to the right and left. And gentle moving motion, right and left here. Just allowing the lower back around the waist to have a good looseness here, softening. Just kind of observing how you're feeling today. Just a couple more. Feeling your chest, front part nice and open for your breathing. Noticing your breath. And go ahead, come on back to the center. Gonna scoot your heels closer towards your hips. I'm gonna lift your heels up as well as you come into the bridge. So lifting your hips up in a way that your glutes engaging, your pelvis open. Just be careful on your knees. No knee pain here. Exhale, go down. Let's keep your arms out to the side. Inhale to lift up. And exhale to lower down. I'll do this for a few more times. Inhale, hips up and heels up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale. And exhale. Just one more. Inhaling. And exhaling. Now keep your left foot as is. And this time, your right leg up. So it's like a one leg bridge position. Gonna lift your hip up. So both hips up and left heel up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, reach with your right leg. Exhale, lower down. So you're gonna be feeling warmth on your glutes and your hamstring, your calf on your left side. Right leg is reaching up to the sky. Inhale and exhale, lower down. Let's do two more, then we switch. Inhale, lift, and exhale, lower down. It's a little warm up. Today is slightly chilly. Lower the right leg down. So again, starting set up with your right heel close to your hip. Left leg up high. Inhale, reach. Squeezing, exhale, lower down. Inhale to extend. Exhale, lower. Inhaling up. And exhaling down. Just a couple more times. Inhale, extend. Exhale, lower down. And just one more. Inhale. And exhale. Move your knees side to side, going back to windshield wiper motion. Nice and loose. And extend your right leg down to the mat. Then your left leg. And gently pull your knee towards your chest. Go ahead and hold here. Pressing your shoulder blade down. Chin tucked. Just feel the length around the lower back. You can point flex toes. Little movement on your ankle joint. Switch direction. And briefly coming to the spinal twist. Same side. Grab the knee with your right hand on top. Left arm out. Just kind of going very gentle degree, just halfway. Open up your pec under your shoulder. Turn your chin towards your left shoulder. Just as is, not forcing. Inhale and exhale. And come on back to center. And we're gonna switch sides, left leg down and right leg up. First, gently use your hands to pull your knee towards your chest. Hold it there. And I feel a little bit of the stretch around the upper glutes, relaxing the whole back side of your body. Shoulder down, chin down. You make circles with your toes. And then going to the twist. So grab the knee with your left hand, right arm out, and we go up and over. Turn your chin towards your left shoulder. Right shoulder. One more exhale. And slowly come on back. Both legs down in front. Take a moment to align yourself in corpse pose. Starting with your feet, your heels, side by side. And hip bone. Then check with your fingers. Relax your lower back. Shoulder blade down. Arms down by your side. And go ahead, close your eyes. Relax all the muscle on your face. Inhale through your nose. And open your mouth and so each exhale, feeling the body a little bit more sinking, letting go tension all the way towards the mat. Take a breath in and exhale. I'll give you a few more moments practicing just the breath on your own. Deep inhale and exhale. Bring your both arms up over the head and grab your left wrist with your right fingers. And moving on to banana position, so start to roll your shoulders to the right side and walk your feet 3 times to the right side. So left side of your body, start to lengthen. Once you find the initial position, start to relax on your lower back. So just as this for now, let's take a few moments here to feel kind of skin part, the side of your rib cage, around your armpit, over the head position on your arm, and all the way to the heels. And as you hold your position, you may or may not close the eyes. Just think about this as kind of settling in this first posture today. Settle in your mental part as well. Just allowing yourself to have a little bit more comfortable time to be still. And allowing your breath to be a primary focus here in order to stay present. You're listening to your own sound of your breath, breathing through your mouth so you can hear your breath. And maybe checking in with the length of your exhale. And observing any thoughts, maybe popping in and out as you are in the pose. Observing, not investigating. Just as is, let them come and go. I'll hold here for about 10 more breaths here. And slowly release your fingers, roll your shoulders back towards center line and walk your feet back to center. And we're gonna switch sides. So grab your right wrist this time with your left hand. Arms over the head and roll your shoulders to the left side. Keep your hips aligned and walk your feet to the left side. So just be gentle in the first minute or so, not to walk too far away from the center. And just to feel again the skin part stretching sensation around your waist. Maybe sometimes that was a little tugging sensation. Your feet are still together, side by side with your heels. Feel the chest, your heart open, facing up toward the sky. Relaxing around the back muscle, your lower, mid, and upper back. Feeling the tension might be rising unconsciously around your forehead. Relaxing between your eyebrows, your cheekbones, around your teeth, maybe around your jaw. All the stress might be stored in your facial muscle, throughout the week. Just kind of noticing and mentally creating a space, letting go. Take a deep breath in through your nose. And exhale. A really long inhalation and exhalation for another 9 or so. Just to settle. And we are coming back to the center line. So uncross your hands. Move your shoulders back to center. Feet back to center. And now that you relax your lower back, go ahead, bend the knees and grab individual knees with your hands. So your feet are kind of away from each other. And press your tailbone down towards the mat. So it's similar to a happy baby pose. Creating a little bit more lower back stretching. Press the tailbone down, shoulders down. Bring your knees together, release your left leg down, and this time stretch your right leg up. So let's use the hands today instead of the strap. So grabbing behind your knee and interlace your fingers. And whether your knee is bending or not, it doesn't matter. Just slowly flexing, just like a kicking the heel up toward the sky. So very small movement. You don't have to go too intensely, just enough to feel in this hamstring muscle all the way behind your quads. Okay, and as you exhale, you want to relax. Flop your foot down, so bend the knee. So inhale to kick the heel up to the sky, and exhale, lower down. Okay, so it's almost like a stretching and relaxing. Keep moving up and down. This is a 4. I'm going to do all the way to 10. 5, flexing. Exhale to relax. 6. Inhale to kick, 7. Exhale, lower. 8. Exhale. Inhale, 9. Exhale down. Inhale and exhale. Release your right leg down. And we're gonna switch sides. Before you go, make sure your body straight line. Left leg up. Grab behind the knee. For me, my left hamstring is way more tighter than the right side. I don't know why, but there's one side always harder than the other. So start flexing. Exhale, lower down. This is the 2 inhale. Exhale, relax. Inhale, kick. Exhale, down. 4. Inhale, 5. Exhale, down. Inhale, 6. Exhale, relax. Inhale, 7. Exhale, relax. Inhale, 8. Exhale. Inhale, kick. Exhale, down. This is the last one. Inhale, kick up. Exhale, lower down. Both legs in towards your chest. Go ahead and open your knees again, like before. Semi-happy baby position. So bring your knees outside of your armpit as you press your tailbone down towards the mat. And wrap your arms behind your knees and start to rock back and forth to come up. Bend your right leg in front of you and swing your left leg behind you. And we're coming to swan pose. You guys are all experienced yoga practitioners, so we go right into the hip opener today. But start with a gentle degree. Left hip forward. If you have a bum knee on your right side, do the eye of the needle position to modify. And let's start to come down to your elbows. Feel free to use your block or any props to rest your forehead. Or as you start to feel settled, bring your forehead down towards your hands all the way to the mat. Take this first minute or so to settle into this position. How are you feeling today with your hamstring, your outer edge of your hip, your glutes? Start to kind of unwind this big portion here, relaxing your lower back. And if your body is feeling more tighter or more tense than your usual week or weekend, just kind of observing by holding a little gentle degree and just focusing on your breath. Can we take a little longer breath here? Inhale, maybe about 6 to 8 counts through your nose. And exhale. Again, take a nice inhale through your nose. And breathe out. Continue on with your breath. You can remain in the same exact position, or if you feel like slightly more opened or feeling super comfortable, consider moving the angle of your foot, maybe slightly high up, just as an option. We're gonna stay here maybe another minute or so in silence, allowing yourself to let go and surrender into the position. And I'm going to have you slowly come on up to the upright position of the swan. So walk your hands towards your body until ideally your arms are straight. So a little more space here on the hip flexor, maybe coming onto your fingertips and try making an extension of the spine. So almost in a little back bend, kind of mini back bend. Shoulder pressing down and back and start to look up. So raise your chin up to the sky. Take a breath. And exhale, lower down. You can come down just halfway and roll your body to the side. So you're leaning to the right hip. So you can swing your left leg all the way in front. That's good. And we go right into the other side. Okay, so left leg in front. And gently swing your right leg in behind you. If you need more time transitioning from one place to another, just take your own time. You can always catch up. So first position again on a swan position. Start with a gentle degree on your knee, so not too much intensity. Your right leg should be behind your body. Maybe push your right hip forward before you go in a little deeper by bending your elbows. Or stay upright position for a while, that's totally fine as well. Finding a position you can settle with a calm breath. So your breathing is always the barometer of your own practice. Always want to find the fine place here. No, not too much, but not too easy. So your job is to ideally find the comfort with your breath, within a little bit of the discomfort physically in your body. Just to find what you're working on, see how you're feeling. Just allowing yourself to breathe here. So we're gonna hold here for another minute or so. If you're gonna play with your pose and feel comfortable in the current position, maybe scoot your heel up just a little bit high and see there's a change around this bottom and outer edge of your glutes. Maybe slightly intensified. And we hold here. Make sure your knee is safe. No knee pain. And you're gonna slowly raise your hand and rising up with your hands onto the mat and walk your hands towards your hip bone. So come upright position. Both sides of the hips are even and start to extend your back a little bit. So mini back bend, shoulder pressing down and back and look up. So raise your chin and stretch your throat. Inhale. And exhale, coming down. And lay to the left hip and swing your right leg in front. Let's bring your both legs out to the side. This may be a good time to grab the block and we're just gonna go nice and gentle degree. So your block can be this sideways or kind of high and start to lean your hands, your body towards the block, just enough to stretch your lower back. And when you inhale to come up, keep your legs open and lean to one side. Mine is my right elbow inside of your leg and left arm up and over. Just a couple of breaths to stretch out. After banana pose, should be nicely opened. So just a few breaths here. Just doing a little slow flow. Inhale to come up and go to the other side. Elbow inside, other arm up and over. Keep your chest open. Stretch the side of the body to breath. And inhale to come up. Before we go to the Sphinx position, might as well do a little shoulder roll. So hands on top of your shoulders and start to make circle with your elbows. Do a nice and big circle 10 times, going in one direction. And then switch direction. And hands a little bit away from your shoulders and lift your elbows up, almost about your shoulder height. And you want to focus on your shoulder blade, squeezing all the way together. So small movement. And exhale, almost like hugging yourself. So shoulder blade away from each other. Okay, let's open the hands like this. So inhale to squeeze the shoulder blade and exhale to hug. You can switch the arm up and down each time. So try to create as much space as possible between your shoulders. So you're focusing on the back side. Inhale to squeeze back. and exhale to hug. Okay, just a couple more times. Inhale to squeeze together, and exhale to round. It's almost like a rack position of the kettlebell. Inhale to back, last one, and exhale to air hug. Nice. And release. Let's cross the legs in front and coming to Sphinx pose. So stretch your legs behind you and block maybe legs open. Take some time to settle into this yummy pose. So it should feel very good after a couple of hip opener and stretching. So your elbows in front of you, about underneath of your shoulders, and start to sway your body side to side, letting go of your lower body. So it's almost like a debt from the waist down, your glutes. No muscle tension, your legs, your knees, your calves and feet. Keeping your shoulders relaxed, and you can rest your forehead to the block or neutral position with the neck muscle. Okay. As you hold your position, feel free to close your eyes. This one, it's very simple pose, but it takes time to really let go around the lower back. You always tense up and using the back muscle, so you want to undo that habit by consciously letting go all the muscle group around the lower back. So if you kind of discomfort or actually a little bit nervous about relaxing the lower back sacrum area, might be normal. So just go little by little to feel loose. If you're not sure about you are completely relaxed, you can occasionally contract the muscle. So you do the opposite as you hold a position, and squeezing maybe your upper glutes, and then let go. Stay in a relaxed state for 5 breaths or so, and then you can contract again, squeezing, gathering the muscle together, and exhale to let go. A minute or so, just relax, take care of your back. And we're gonna rest by releasing out of the block and lay flat all the way down to the chest. You can turn your head to one side, relaxing on top of your hand, all the way down to the mat. Let's actually bring your arms down by your side and let your head flat. Turn one side and relax. You're gonna feel kind of heavy, sink down towards the mat, letting that whole gravity take over your body here. Elbows relaxed, your fingers relaxed, your shoulders. And let's take your right arm out to the side. And coming into the starfish pose. So bring your left hand about your chest height and start to roll your body to the side. Your top leg, your left foot is bring it behind your body. And start to settle with the position. You guys know how to modify. If your neck is not comfortable, so raise your head with the pillow if you need to. And then start to bring your top arm behind your body. So your left arm behind you. About 4 more breaths before we switch to the other side. Allowing your chest, your pec to open. So not forcing, but I imagine start to gradually open up and creating a space so that it's gonna face up toward the sky. And slowly release. Bring your left hand in front of your face. And we go to the other side. So left arm out, about shoulder height if you can, and roll out to the side. Right foot behind your body. Keep your chin down so you're relaxing your back of your neck. Top arm, your right arm behind your body. Take this very moment to check in with yourself again. Maybe revisit your intention of your practice today. We're still here together with our own bodies. If not, it's no big deal, just to come back. Find your breath and listen. About 4 more breaths here before you come out of your position. And release your right hand in front of your face. Slowly come on back down to your stomach. Seal pose, both hands away from your shoulders. All 10 fingers open with your palm flat, legs away from each other, and lift your chest up, shoulders down, and back, and look up. Inhale, and exhale, lower down. So keep your lower body as is, only your hands down, more towards your chest, if you can. This is the optional inhale to come up. If this is not comfortable, stay with the first position with your hands away from your body. So this is a little bit more higher or more angle for the spine. Inhale to look up, and exhale, Lower all the way down to the mat. Let's do one more time. So on your own, maybe challenging by lowering your hands down towards your hip bone or not. Inhale to come up. So almost your bony part of your hip bone might be off the mat, shoulders down, a little bit of the walk with your arm. And look up. Inhale. And exhale. Scoot your hands a little bit more in front and coming up to the kneeling position. You guys can be okay with your knees on this one. So kneeling position with your feet flat. If your knees are kind of painful, you can lean forward more. Use your hands to support. So this can be a position, maybe hips all the way down. So if your hips are down to the heels, you continue on to go a little deeper by bringing your hands behind your body. So shifting your weight to your hands and your top of your feet, and start to raise your knees up. Yeah, so you might want to do a shower just one side. So, okay, stretch your other leg in front. Whew. So your top of your feet, stretching a little. Come on back. Knees open apart. Heels away from each other. I'll show you the front view. So you are almost like a W shape with your legs. So heels out, knees out, and start to lean back. So use your hands until you find your edge. Another thing you can do is put something behind, so under the hip. So you can just catch your hip with a little bit of the height. Perfect. You can use the block as well. So from here, start to lean back. I'm doing this position for the quad stretching. So whether using a prop behind you or not, take care of your knees. Okay, so lean back little by little and stretch the whole top part of your quads. Your knees might be off the mat. That's totally fine. Whew. Not the long pose, but just enough to stretch out. Be careful on your low back as well. And then to come out of your pose, put your hands on your feet. Use your elbows to come up. Coming to all fours, hands and knees. Individually, cat, and cow to align your spine. I go sideways, take your right arm and dropping down to the mat. So moving on to the scapula, your upper back opening, your palm facing up, head all the way down to the mat. And use your other hand, your left hand as a kickstand to roll your chest up. So looking up toward the sky. First stage here, you're already feeling a good tugging, stretching feeling in your upper back, your scapula. Only if you're gonna go a little bit deeper, gonna carefully step out with your left foot. So your left toes on the mat, dig into the mat like a kickstand, preventing you from rolling backwards. Start to release your left hand, your first kickstand. Maybe bring it behind your back. Roll your chest open. Continue to look up and maybe back behind you. Whew. So once you find your good position, go ahead and hold, inhale and exhale. Lots of weight happening here with the shoulder as well to open up. And coming out of your position opposite where you went in. So your left hand in front of you. Carefully step back with your left knee or left foot. Push yourself up, back to all fours. All right, let's do the other side. So step-by-step motion to drop. So first, you want to go deeply with your left shoulder. Palm facing up. And already shift your gaze looking up towards the sky. And when you're ready, second stage, gently, carefully step to the side with your right foot. Once you're digging your big toe with the to the mat with your right foot, releasing your right arm and bring it behind your back. Start to roll your shoulder open. And finally, start shifting your eye gaze even more back beyond the right shoulder. Couple breaths here. And go ahead, release with your right hand in front. Gently step back with your right foot. Push yourself up. Cross your legs behind you. And coming into the seat position. Butterfly pose. To stretch out your lower back again. So press the sole of the feet together. Knees open apart. If your knees are painful in this angle particularly, you can put your some kind of prop under the knee. Grab underneath of your feet with your hands and start to shift your gaze towards the mat, maybe towards your belly button. Feel free to use your elbows to push your shins out. And lots of space. Intention is open up your lower back again. Inhale here. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. And next inhale, slowly raise your hand. Cross your legs in front of you and moving on to downward facing dog. So we have a few more kind of big posture and then start to slow down a little bit and more relaxing. So down dog position with your heels, alternating pressing right heel and left heel. Hopefully you hamstring your calves a little bit more looser. We're going into the high lunge position. Let's start with your left leg today. So left leg reaching up and extend and step forward. And stretch your right leg back. I'm gonna start with your upright position. If your right knee is painful, make sure you have a good padding underneath. Before the yoga mat again, put your hand on top of your front knee and start to sink your hips down. Without arching your back too much. So from this position, tucking your tail under, should be very small movement. You feel it on the top of your right thigh. And just breathe here, creating a space. It will take some time. Hip flexor, your ligament, growing area. And start to release for a moment. Start to push your knee down of the front leg, hands down toward the back side of your mat. Start to round your back, chin tucked. Flex your toes up to the ceiling. And exhale here, stretching your back of your left leg. And on your inhale, come back to the lunge again. Come upright position, both hands on top of your knee. And we open up your hip flexor again. Start to sink the tailbone down. So think about rolling your tailbone down and in. So you're supposed to do this, like I lose the structure of my tailbone and more arch. You want to stay upright and turn in. So it's more like a J shape instead of a C. A couple of breaths here. Take your right arm and up and over. Bring it outside of your left knee. And let's do one simple twist. You can put your hands in between together or the other hand around your hip and start to look behind you. Exhale and twist. And start to release. Hands down, little counter position. Push your knee down, toes up. Start to round your back, shrugging. Looking towards your belly button, exhale. Next inhale to shift the gaze forward. And I'm gonna transition into the other side. So tuck your back toes under, knee off the mat. Gently step back with your left leg. Down dog position. Whenever you're ready, switch sides. And coming into low lunge position. Take your time finding the place. Once you come to upright position, both hands on top of your front knee and start to feel, you can really touch and how you're physically feeling in this area. It's not very muscly, very ligament, and then so very flexibility wise, very limited. You don't want to force it. So just find a place you can hold without holding your breath. Start to roll your tailbone down and in. Hold it here. Another thing is you want to keep this space in the hip flexor on the front side. You're not leaning forward like this, you are upright position. And first counter position, so start to push your knee down, the front leg, hands towards the back of your mat and start to crunch your stomach, looking down towards your belly, flex your toes up, exhale. Inhale to raise your hands. Start to come on back up to the upright lunge position. Hands on top of your knee. And gently sink. So you probably notice that if you go too much, you might start to squeeze your glutes. Or if your hips are too loose, you're kind of losing the posture. So you want to avoid back bend, leaning forward, Hold that. Stay upright position so you have a structure. Lots of space on top of your left thigh. Creating a space all over your body, all the joints, ligament. Take your left arm and go up and over to the outside of your knee. Turn your chin to the right shoulder and twist. And slowly release. Let's insert one more counter position. Push your knee down. Round your back and start to looking down towards your belly. Right toes facing up and breathe. Slowly releasing out of your position. Bring your legs in front. And go ahead, lay down on your back. So I'm gonna rest with your legs open. Corpse pose, arms down by your side. As we can relax and practice this posture. This is the pose to relax. No movement, just the rising and falling of the chest area with your breath. And kind of let go of the limbs, your lower back, your thighs, your knees, your feet. And almost feeling there's so much subtle vibrations happening all over your body. Cell, your nervous system, your blood circulation, the oxygen in and out. So everything else is just receiving and accepting. Try not to change anything, but change is happening internally. Start to settle with your breath, calm breathing, nice and slow rhythm. And start by bringing your feet all the way together. And go ahead and lift your left leg and squeeze your left knee towards your chest. So if you have an issue with your knee, just modify and you can do normal spinal twist. Otherwise, let's do a cat-tail position. So left leg up to the ceiling, grab behind the knee, and bring up and over all the way to the other side. Once you're there on your foot, bend the other leg, which is your right leg. Reach back and grab your toe with your left hand. I'm gonna switch my position. So as you grab the foot, if your knee is painful, just let go and stay with the both legs straight position. The bottom arm up over the head, or you can use like a pillow. You can bring your head back behind your arm and start to create a spinal twist by rolling your left shoulder open, neck and your chest facing up. So this is one position you can be in. Start to pull your heel down towards your buttock. A little bit more opening, stretching on your quads. Another thing you can try is using this right hand top bottom arm to grab behind your left knee. Gonna modify this position by letting go of the tail part. So let go of your foot, the bottom foot, and start to open your left arm all the way out to the side. Okay, so it's looking more like a spinal twist. Then turn your chin towards your left shoulder. So your right hand is grabbing behind your left knee, and you're turning your chin towards your left shoulder. Let's just surrender into this position for a few moments. And next inhale, slowly come on back. So you can lay down on your back again. Make your body straight. Left knee towards your chest. Long spine underneath you. Exhale. Release your left leg down. Arms down by your side. And I'm gonna switch sides. Bend your right knee and squeeze your knee into the chest. Extend your right leg up and grab behind the knee. So you wanna use your both hands to bring up and over. So you wanna try keeping this leg high as you go reach to the other side. Once your foot touches the mat, you can roll a little bit more towards the mat. It's almost facing down towards your stomach. Bend the knee and grab the bottom foot. I'm gonna flip myself again. Once you grab the foot, pull your heel down. Your bottom arm, your left arm can be a pillow for your head, or bring it down. Your head can be behind your arm or shoulder. Start to roll your right shoulder open. So the only tension part in this position is your right hand, probably, because you have to pull down towards the hip. Otherwise, all the other parts of your body should be relaxed. Get in the posture. Take care of you. I'm gonna stay with similar position, but let go of the tail. Release the grip. You can use the other hand to grab behind your right knee and start to open your right arm all the way out to the side. Start to open your shoulder. So turn your gaze towards your right shoulder. And on your inhale, slowly come on back. Both shoulders lay flat on your back. And bring your right knee towards your chest. Realign your spine again. And bend your both knees, put your hands to the each side of the knee and circle around your sacrum. Switch direction. And go ahead and legs up. Grab inside of your knees and start to separate your legs apart. So your knee can be a little bit bent, mostly straight. Bring your tailbone down towards the mat. It's almost doing like a side split in the air. And start to roll your one side and to the other. It's kind of hard to keep control of it, but just roll side to side. Come on back to center. Bend the knees and grab inside of your feet. Happy baby position. So this time your knees are bent. Outside of your armpit. Heels apart, toes apart. Tailbone down towards the mat. And then roll side to side. Same way. As you come back to center, one last time to press your tailbone down towards the mat. And hug behind your knees. Bring your legs up. For a moment, you're gonna lift your head up and try touching your foot towards your shin. So leg relatively straight. Stretch your lower back, forehead towards your shin. 3, 2, 1. And slowly release. And final corpse pose. So make sure you are comfortable, warm, and maybe not too bright. So maybe turn off the lights if you can. And make yourself super comfortable on your mat. This is the time you receive all the benefit out of your posture and practice. So let your body soak up all this benefit of not only physical benefit or internal organs, plus your connective tissues, your joints, more importantly, mental part, creating a time for self-care. You're taking a time for practice like yoga is nothing but self-love. So let's take this time to feel yourself with all the positive intentions, the thoughts, recharging yourself.